Hello again, YouTube. My name is Bree, and I am back. I feel I've taken a really long time off because it's been a month, but really I only post every other week, so I only took one video off. I still feel like I've been gone forever, so I'm back. And in today's video, I'm painting in my Etchr B5 Sketchbook using Roman Szmal watercolors, and the big brush is the Tintoretto brush, and the smaller one is a Princeton VelveTouch. I haven't really used the larger Tintoretto very much, and I don't know why. It's a lovely brush, and it holds a lot of paint, a lot of water, and also a surprisingly good point. So it's just a really good all-around brush. I am somewhat recovering from having hurt my hand. It's not a big crisis or anything. I am very injury prone because I'm hypermobile, so it's fine. I'm recovering. I did take an extra week and change off of drawing and painting. So naturally, those were the days I was most motivated to draw or paint and couldn't. And now that I'm allowing myself to draw or paint again, I'm not motivated. So classic story there. Yeah, so I'm back at it, but I didn't want to do anything where I was going to strain myself too much. So I did this in just like 2 sessions, a little under 2 hours, pretty quick painting, all things considered. And considering I leave the eyes like blank until near the end, a little creepy at times, a little ugly painting phase. It's funny, like looking back, my process when I first started was like I would always do the eyes first. I think that's like a pretty common thing. Like you start with the eyes and you do super detailed eyes, and then you start doing everything else. And now it's like the absolute last thing I did for this one, which not my normal process either, but kind of funny looking at it from that point of view. Yeah, so for this one, I did want to take a slightly different approach, and I spent a little bit more time doing like a kind of a color mapping in the beginning. I knew I wanted to play with lighting. Lighting was kind of one of my goals to work on this year. So I have the light from the left side, and I kind of mapped out where I wanted the colors first. So I used like for surfaces facing downward, like a really warm light or warm colors, and like a lot of the surfaces facing up, like the top of the cheeks and stuff, I did a cooler color, and I pushed it a little bit more than I normally would, with more of an orangey for the warm and the pretty purple. Sometimes I added even a little green in for the cooler tones. So yeah, I was just playing around, but considering I took what felt like more than a week off and haven't been doing quite as much watercolor recently with the oil painting class, I really like this one. I had fun with it. It's not perfect, but nothing ever is. And yeah, all things considered, it was a great way to get back into painting, so I'm quite happy. I think my computer, yes, my monitor just went to evening mode and switched to the warm light filter or the blue light filter and really threw me off. I thought my video quality suddenly switched on me, but we're good. So yeah, this I don't know why I feel like it's been so long since I painted. I guess just sometimes you take a little break, and when you don't take a break in a while, things feel really far apart. But yeah, let's do a little catch up. I did miss my last video, so for that week, I posted like a community story of a piece I was working on instead. Part of it was I wanted to really put my energy into the last couple weeks of the oil painting class. That was Justin Donaldson's class, and I'm so glad I took it. I have fallen in love with oil painting and gotten over my fear of it. I've always thought like oil painting was this big thing that like fancy artists did, and it was scary to me because like all the stories you hear about solvents and toxicity and whatnot, and then even just like little things like the slow drying time. I'm so clumsy, I just imagine a complete mess that I can't clean up. But no, like the class was really good for demystifying it, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to planning out some paintings, taking a little break after 10 weeks straight of painting in oils, but I'll get back to it soon, and I look forward to seeing what I come up with and exploring and trying new things. Beyond that, I also really want to get back to gouache painting because I feel I can take some of the things I tried and learned in the oil painting and bring it back to gouache. I find that taking any class really helps improve like across me. Like when I retook the gouache class last time, I really felt it helps cement some things in watercolor as well, because like there's little things like values that are and color and the way you can play with textures that work across medium, but you don't really think it through until you're seeing it like pointed out to you a bunch. And it's a lot of fun to go back and take that and see how you can apply it elsewhere. So lots to do. And then I was working on that painting I did share. I'm getting easily sidetracked. So the watercolor piece that I shared instead of a video last time, that work in progress, that was a painting I did for a little fan art for Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, which was Brandon Sanderson's most recent secret project book. I got it at the beginning of the month and read it fairly quickly and then kind of wanted to do fan art for it. There was just something about that book that was really charming to me. And I know Brandon Sanderson can be divisive. If you don't like him, I get it. It's all good. But I really like that one. I think a lot of it was the inspirations were stuff I was really into when I was younger. So it really resonated with me. The main character, one of them was kind of based off of Yuna from Final Fantasy X, which I loved. And then some of the aspects of it were inspired by Hikaru no Go, which I really, really loved. And then also Your Name, which not when I was a kid, it was a more recent movie. By recent, it's probably already years upon years old. I saw it kind of late, but I love that movie too. So I really love those influences and I saw them. And the story was just a lot of fun for me. The art was gorgeous. I wish more books were illustrated because I am enjoying these illustrated secret project books so much. So yeah, I really wanted to do a fan art for it. And then with Brandon Sanderson coming to Tampa Bay Comic-Con, which is not that close to me, but I went anyway. I gifted it to him. So it helped me push myself because not only you see it, I don't do a lot of backgrounds or full paintings, but not only did I do something a little larger for me, 8x10, but I gave myself that time frame of it has to be done and giftable at this point. So it was a good challenge for me. It was a little nerve-wracking. I even at the convention, I wasn't sure I was actually going to give it to him, and I did actually do that. So yeah, that was just adding stress to a convention. I haven't actually been to a convention since long before COVID, and it's like the first time I was in, I guess, something that was like that level of crowded since all the pandemic stuff happened. It was just a weird experience, ripping off a Band-Aid, getting me ready for getting back out in the world. I mean, I go do stuff. I just don't go to conventions. I haven't been to an airport in a while, so that level of crowd was different. But it was really cool to meet a bunch of people who were really into Brandon Sanderson and like while waiting in line, chatting with like about different books. It was fun. I haven't really had that experience in a really long time. So, yeah. And then otherwise, I've just kind of been taking it easy. We have some busy times at work coming up, so I wanted to take advantage of the relaxation time while I could. So I'd been watching The Bear, which is a show about restaurants. Not something I normally watch, but something I enjoyed like way more than I would have ever expected. It was a very high drama, high stress show, but in a different way. So it was just really fascinating to watch. I don't think I could ever work in the restaurant industry. And then I'm watching Good Omens season 2 now, which is fantastic. I'm so excited. I came back from where I was a little worried because I read the original book a million years ago and I didn't really know where they'd go with season 2. I knew there was like an outline that was drafted many years ago and the book was just never written. But it's always weird when sequels are made and you don't know where it's going. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it though. So I'm gonna finish up this voiceover and go watch the last episode and then be sad. Hopefully not too sad. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything that's going on here. I'm surprised Juno didn't come in and say hi. I'm sorry, she's been a little antisocial lately. But yeah, I hope that you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves, making sure you have your downtime too. And we'll play it by ear, and I will see. Eventually, I'd love to do more gouache painting on this channel. It's just been so long that I need to play with it again because I feel really out of shape on that side. And then eventually oil painting. So in the meantime, I'll just probably be sticking to watercolors because I'm comfortable enough painting with them. And yeah, I did do a couple finishing touches after the video, so you'll see a couple changes after, just because those final details are easiest to work when I could actually be on top of the painting, putting them in. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. So once again, hope you're taking care of yourselves, giving yourself lots of downtime. I need to do more of that. And yeah, hope to see you in a future video. And if you have any other suggestions for TV shows for me to watch, because I am way behind and I am kind of getting into being a couch potato again, let me know. I might actually do some more. We'll see. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.